year, I had the beautiful privilege to sit down with a friend of mine using my 2019 House of Hosting Heaven Planner, which I created and is available to any person who wants to intentionally design the Christian lifestyle they love to live in and a lifestyle that God can bless. And we did an exercise that is such a powerful tool to helping create intentionality in who we want to become at the end of the year. Who do you want to see at the end of the year waiting for you because of the amount of work that you have put into your spiritual journey to become the best version of you that you desire to be? So today I am so excited that I'm going to be sharing one of the exercises that my friend and I did together, and I will be sharing my portion of what I wanted to come out of my spiritual journey. And it's almost halfway through the year, so what better time than now to look back and see how far I have come in these virtues that I really desired to cultivate in my personal journey. I want to encourage you to also take down a piece of paper, write down these questions. Make sure that you actually do these exercises for yourself as well, and hopefully my own personal journey can be a bit of an encouragement and inspiration into your own personal journey as well. So let's get down to it. Before I start this video, I want to send a specific shout out to people that I like to call hosts of heaven. These are women that have been intentionally making moves throughout the year. Since the beginning of the year, you've been making a move closer to the presence of God in one way or another. You have been intentionally trying to get yourself to the place where you desire to be in God. I call you a host of heaven, and I want to encourage you to keep hosting him, because there are so many deep, powerful riches that we get and that we draw from his presence. And I know personally that my life has never been the same since I made a commitment to make hosting him an intentional endeavor. So I want to just praise you right now, and I just want to say well done for seeking after the heart of God above all. There is also a special set of women in that group of women that I like to call Hosting Heaven Abide women. These are women that have purchased my 2019 House of Hosting Heaven Planner, and they have been getting help in terms of structure and order and exciting fun ideas on how to just keep yourself accountable on your spiritual journey. And this is mine. It's dirty because I use it. I say this all the time. It's dirty because I use it. Like, I actually do use it. Today there is a particular exercise which is a part of this planner that I want to share with you guys. And I just want to share with you what my theme for 2019 was for my spiritual journey, and what words I decided would best describe the way I wanted to feel in my spiritual journey in 2019. What I was expectant of in my walk with God, and to leave out my theme for 2019. What did I need to become? These are 4 questions that you get asked in the 2019 House of Hosting Heaven Planner, which is still available at a very, very reasonable price. It's a digitally editable copy. It won't be a hard copy. So it's super, super cheap for somebody out there who still feels they need a bit of help this 2019 to get on track in their spiritual journey. But let's drink some coffee. It's actually not coffee. Like, this is how addicted I am. I'm calling water with honey coffee because I am so used to drinking coffee. So let's have a bit of coffee. I don't know whatever beverage you're having at your home. And let's get into this small exercise, which I'm hoping can be a great blessing to yourself as well. And you could use these questions to create some form of structure and order and intentionality on your spiritual journey. So come along with me. Let's have this conversation and let's learn together. So we're going to be working on page 6 of the 2019 House of Hosting Heaven Planner, and it says, Hello 2019. So I want to give you a challenge. I want to ask you to take a piece of paper and also write down your own personal theme for the year. It could be something that you feel God is impressing upon your heart, or it could be something that is in line with a portion of your life that you really feel needs a lot of work. The second question you get in this planner is, what are the words that best describe how you want to feel in your spirit this 2019? And I had certain words that best embodied how I wanted to feel this 2019 in my spiritual journey. And I said one of those words was, I wanted to feel calm. 2018 had been filled with so much activity and so much work and so much toil. It was one of those seasons where I really felt like I was really building up the foundations of something that God was establishing in my life. And you know, building is never at any point in time an easy task. So I worked quite a lot in 2018, but I felt 2019 I wanted to feel more calmer in my journey. And I have to say that God has been faithful to this one word that I particularly chose for how I wanted to feel on my journey. I also wanted to feel confident. There were times in my season in 2018 where I felt that I wasn't too sure where God was taking me. Things looked so blurry, things looked so unofficial, a lot of things looked like they were not certain or guaranteed. And I would find myself becoming very anxious about the future. And so I wanted my 2019 to be a year filled with confidence, in which I could see and look and be able to accurately perceive the direction that God was taking me. And I have to say that this 2019 has definitely been a year in which I'm seeing a lot of fruit in a lot of the pockets and facets in my journey where I really felt like I wasn't too sure where I was going. So I'm really beginning to get a lot of confidence on my journey. I also see that I'm getting confidence as well in the way in which my gift is expressed and manifested, because I don't think I'm not your conventional, usual preacher or minister of the gospel. I have a way in which I operate that is very unorthodox, and it's not like your usual how they do things. I'm very versatile, and I sometimes there's been times in my journey where I felt a little intimidated and lacked confidence in the way that I flow. You know, when you really know that what is most comfortable and most natural to you to do is to do things this way, but you haven't seen any other preacher or minister of the word do it that way. So I'm finding that God is slowly resting me in my own capabilities and in the way in which my gift functions, and I'm finding more confidence to express myself the way that I just am. So I'm so grateful that I wrote that word down, because it has been such a great director for me and been almost like prophetic, because it's something that I'm beginning to walk in this 2019. I also wanted to feel refreshed. 2018 was a lot of work. I just needed a break. I was like, God, can I get a break though, Dad? Like, can I get a break though? And I've been feeling that break this 2019. He's really been making life easy on certain portions of my journey that had become so hard and so tight. And I'm seeing that calming hand of God over my life in those departments, and just feeling his affirming touch over my life, saying, you can rest, I've got you here. So I feel so refreshed this 2019. One of the other questions that the planner also asks is, what am I expectant of in my journey or my walk with God? And I wrote that I wanted God to direct me, and I wanted him to nurture me in my giftings, and I wanted to be better, teach others from a place of being, and I wanted to be established. And I found that concerning establishment, I really feel that there is a certain level of establishment that I've never received in my previous years that I'm receiving, and I'm enjoying this 2019, and to God be all the glory for that. And I am still working on being better so that I can teach you girls from a place of being, because every time you teach something that is so authentic to you, it just flows naturally and it is easy for people to catch it and to run with it, because you're just ministering from a place where you already are. But when you read things in a book and when you learn things intellectually and you try to convey them to the other person, they can feel that you are inauthentic. So I've just really been working at really truly mastering this thing that is intimacy with God in my own personal life, so that every single time I come and I sit on this platform, I'm able to minister to you ladies from a place of being, so that you can truly receive it and it can better and improve your life. I also feel that I'm nurturing my gift in a very new and unusual way, than I have in previous years, because I was very stagnant and very set on this is how it's supposed to be done. But this year I'm becoming more extravagant. I'm doing stuff that I genuinely had always wanted to do, and I knew God had given me the release to do them, but I just didn't know how it would fit into the bigger picture. Things like the Deco series is something that has been on my heart for a very long time, and I've been wanting to do that for a while, and it's so amazing to see how much you ladies have responded to those type of videos. So I'm super excited about that. And the last question in this category in the 2019 House of Hosting Heaven Planner is to leave out my theme and best life in God is 2019. I need to become. What do you need to become to live out your best life this 2019? I personally chose these 3 words. I needed to become kind, I needed to become pure-hearted, and I needed to grow in love with people and in love with God. You can't do this work without loving God enough and loving the people that you actually serve with these videos enough. And so I've just been, trusting God to grow me in the area of love, and I've been seeing Him putting me in different environments and situations where it's like really difficult to love somebody. Like, do you know somebody in your life that's really difficult to love? Because I know people who are difficult to love, but I have been just growing and stretching in those areas and just learning to love people that sometimes make it difficult for you to really give them that gift of love. And God has been blessing me in a powerful and a mighty way. So those were the 4 questions of the 2019 House of Hosting Heaven Planner that I wanted to share with you today. The planner is still available on hostingheaven.store, where you can purchase your own digitally editable planner right now today and start on your own personal journey to intentionally designing the Christian lifestyle that you love to live in and a lifestyle that God can bless. I'm really loving these videos, and I think I'm going to be popping in here and there and doing these exercises with you guys. Even though they're a part of this planner, I feel like we could really start creating such powerful and important conversations in our journey and help each other to grow in our spiritual walks. So thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and have you noticed that we're about to reach our 5,000 mark? Share this video with somebody who you know needs it. Encourage your friends to hop on and be subscribers to the channel so that we can go on this growth journey together. Love you so much. Like this video if it blessed you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.